You're probably there wondering, does that say the episode's only 11 minutes long? And you'd be absolutely right. Guess what? Ryan Adset's footage got corrupted. So the only bits that didn't get corrupted were the first 10.5 minutes. Classic. So we thought we might as well upload this bite-sized clip for you to enjoy us spilling all the negative energy about what's happening at our club at the moment. And then next week, we're going to record a full episode again during the international break. Even more negativity about our brilliant, brilliant football club. So enjoy this bite-sized episode and we will see you next week. Peace. Hello and welcome back to Seagulls Social, Season 2, Episode 31. And we were on the back of our sixth win in a row. So it's going to be exactly the same podcast, talking about Neil Maupay banging loads of hat-tricks, as he always does. And Sanchez having an absolute blinder, Ryan? How are we all doing after that unbelievable performance and result yesterday?
What a night, mate.
If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
I'm not in the greatest of moods.
Neither, mate. Neither. Yeah. Shall I just quickly get my non-Brighton related one out of the way? Some of you may have seen, Seagulls Social, we were invited to be part of the Brighton Spurs watch along for Don Robbie's channel. I was doing it this time. I've done it last time. So I travelled up to Finsbury Park next to the Emirates, thinking it would be on for 6:30. Lovely, buzzing. Can't wait to be on it. It'll be great. There's a really, really lovely host that was going to be doing it. Looked unbelievable. And then I get there and they're like, sorry, but it's been cancelled.
So I got a fresh trim for it and all.
Yeah, got a classic
fucking fade on a Tuesday, but now it's going to be shit by the weekend, so there's absolutely no point then.
So why was it cancelled?
Production or something like that. But the other two talents that weren't there, so I just think they had been told and one of them just forgot to tell me.
Well, they stitched you right up, mate.
And I was very just like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry. They're really apologetic, but then Maz was actually like kind of giving it to them.
Mate,
like, outrageous.
Mate, I was livid. Like, I was more angry than Ben was, who travelled an hour and a half to London from Brighton to do this.
London.
Unpaid.
North London.
Unpaid. May I add, unpaid. Yeah. So it's all travel expenses like out of Ben's pocket, and I was fuming. So I've messaged them saying like, blah blah blah, like it's not on, very unprofessional. Like, you know, least you can do is expense him, etc. etc. And to be fair, in the people in their defence, to be fair, the woman we're dealing with, she was really good about it, and she was brilliant.
I couldn't really do the same. Really well. I couldn't really kick up a fuss and be a diva. I was like in the same like green room as like Don Robbie and all the other TV boys, and then some of the producers. So I was just like, yeah, no, it's fine.
Ham and cheese toast is doing it, by the way.
Yeah, you're too nice, Ben. I've told you this many times. You're too nice.
If you want anything from me, just ask.
But yeah, it's sorted now, and we can move on to the football.
Yeah, onto the football, onto a better story. Go on, Jack. You kick us off as this is your fourth appearance in that.
So I feel like it's our sixth defeat in a row. I actually text Ben last night when I said, oh, is it still on for tomorrow? And I said, I'm going to wake up and choose violence. I haven't chosen violence. I've been up since 6 for work, so I'm having some contemplating thoughts. But we don't feel like we're in a good place at the moment at all. No. Like
mentally and on the pitch.
Yeah, like I feel like, because I went and watched the women's game on Sunday and Brighton lost 3-0 and that. And I feel like my entire life at the moment is just watching Brighton concede goals.
So many L's.
And they go, oh yeah, right, that's another goal conceded, great. And then on to the next one. So it's a bit depressing, but let's hope we can get it fixed at some point.
Sorry, Jack, where's your positivity coming from, mate? Because where's the but? Because this is what I can't get around. Because normally, right, I'd be Mr. Positive and I'd be saying, yeah, we're going to beat Tottenham. Yeah, we're going to beat Liverpool. Like, I couldn't actually tell you that we're going to beat Norwich in a couple of weeks' time.
No, that's
a genuine. Like, it is a bit. I say it's a bit. It's very scary at the minute, to be honest. We can't defend. We can't attack. Our midfield's significantly weaker. And goalkeeper. So I don't quite understand.
Goalkeeper.
But I don't want to slate Sanchez again because I can't bother with all that, and people call me clickbait or whatever. That
was funny. Danny's tweet though, Ryan, where it was like
that was quite funny.
It was like, I'm ahead of the curve. I can't remember the first bit. It was basically Ryan being the Joker because obviously 2 weeks ago, saying that Sanchez was overrated. Yeah. People misinterpreted.
My
what
followers
he meant
make
by
that.
Yeah.
I do want to speak about it though, because I feel like we got a lot of hate. Well, I wouldn't say hate. Well, yes, in some quarters, some hate.
Did.
Well, yeah, Ryan, especially, to be fair. But like, I just one thing I want to clarify. One thing I want to say on the pod is, right, for everyone who's listening, and if whether you're fans of us or not, I'm assuming you are by the fact you're watching and listening. But if we give an opinion on this pod, first of all, I genuinely, like, hand on heart, I don't think any of us sit here and do stuff for clickbait. I'm speaking for myself. We generally just give our opinions, and whether you agree with them or not, that is completely up to you, and that's fine. Football is all about opinions, right? But like, I felt it was a bit unfair that we got a lot of sort of negative sort of press, especially on Twitter.
What really got to me, Baz, is that people were saying that I was faking it and I was looking around and I was like smiling or something, or that I was putting it on. No, this is conversations, right? If you want to see how a nice and horrible, arrogant, clickbait person I am, it's a conversation I have with my dad, who I've been going to games with for the past 10 years. So that's where the conversations come from. I was just talking to Dad. He says that he doesn't rate Sanchez. Everyone around me was saying, yeah, I agree with you. And it wasn't an unreasonable thing. It wasn't like I was going out there saying, "Oh, I think we need to."
You weren't saying he was shit. I think that's what people kind of thought when you said overrated. They were like, "Oh, that means he's shit." But no, it was just saying that he has been overrated.
Yeah,
and he's kind of just at his level.
What backed my point?
I've overrated him.
What backed my point up is that people were replying to it and getting hundreds and hundreds of likes, and they were saying that Sanchez is the best goalkeeper we've ever had. And at that point, that is exactly what I mean by him being overrated. He's not the best goalkeeper we've ever had. He can't be. Not yet. And
not yet, I suppose.
Not yet.
He might be in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm not saying he won't be. But my point is, he's overrated by our fan base. And that is true. It is true. Our fans make him out to be, and I said the same, the next sort of David De Gea, which is it's just silly at the minute. He's not that good yet. So to say that is overrating him. But I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's the best world beater in the world, but he's not. I wouldn't say he's bad. I don't know. I just feel like he's overrated by our fans.
Also, as well, Ryan, just quickly as well, on the fact that like people were saying, "Oh, you're just saying it for clicks over." Genuinely, like as someone, I know you off camera and I know you on the pod. I know for a fact that you genuinely meant what you said. Like it wasn't a clickbait thing. It wasn't.
Ryan's not searching for hate. He's not going, right, who can I piss off today? Why would you do that?
That's the thing.
It was just a genuine opinion on a football player, and rightly or wrongly, whether you agree with him or not, he gave his opinion, and that's his opinion.
Trouble.
So
like,
just
someone was
that's
saying,
what we're here to do.
Someone was saying that. Go on,
I was going to say my friends have said it for since going back to the beginning of the season. I don't agree with them. Some of the people I go to Brighton games with, but I don't think Sanchez being slightly maybe overrated is harsh. I think he's at a level, and I definitely have my opinion on how he could be better. Might not necessarily be his fault in a way. But definitely, I don't think it was an outlandish opinion. And I mean, he's proved it in the last few games where his form has clearly massively dipped.
It's funny how since Ryan made that statement, I don't wish. Obviously, I don't want him to play badly. Obviously, as a Brighton fan, I want to do well. But I'm just saying it's weird how it sort of coincided with what Ryan said to now. Because let's just quickly just talk about the what he did yesterday. It's like he got stuck in no man's land, and I know it's one isolated incident. But at the same time, it's like, why is he not just committed? Just go for it. Like, just
I agree.
Either stay on your line or go for it. Don't do one or the other.
Yeah,
I think.
I've made a point here because I was so on his back because I was trying to watch the game on a stream, and that was one of the parts I saw was their second goal. And until this morning when I've watched back the highlights again, I thought he should have come out, but what I've realised from watching the highlights, it was just such an unbelievable pass from Bentancur. I can't lie, the angle from behind the goal, it looks like the ball's coming towards Sanchez at first, so he kind of comes out, but then it just like curves all the way to Harry Kane, and Sanchez has been like drafted out into no man's land. I feel like it was just a really, really, really good pass.
But I agree, it was a good pass. However, you also see Duffy, who tells him, come out, and he just doesn't really react to... I don't
know, Kane would have chipped him.
It's a defensive unit. Like, you can't just blame the goalkeeper.
Of course.
And I think when people talk about the defence, you need to talk about the back. If we're playing a back four, it's a back five or a back six, because the keeper's a part of that, especially the way that Sanchez plays, so on the front foot and far out this goal. I felt like the defence has just been... I mean, on a wider point, just communicating poorly and making some poor decisions, especially on like... it's almost like sometimes they're playing a back four while having the mindset of playing a back five.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
The dunk mistake he made at Newcastle for their first goal really seemed like that, because he has the opportunity to push up there thinking, oh, there's two other centre-backs behind me, and all of a sudden there's not, and he comes running through. So, I don't know. I don't think you can look too much at Sanchez. There's been a couple of opportunities where he's made a poor save, but at the end of the day, if he's even with that Kane chance, Kane is finishing that most days of the week.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go in too hard on Sanchez, because I feel like he's not only to blame, and if he makes a mistake, he gets all of the hate.
I feel like he has improved from the past couple of games. Like, the only mistake he made yesterday, in my head, is that one where he just hung on to the ball too much, and Kane nearly scored and should have scored from that tight angle. I don't know if he could have done much more, really, from the Kane second goal. You could argue that maybe he shouldn't have got beaten near post, but Kane's an unbelievable striker, so